Welcome. G'day. This is about laws that have become very, very fuzzy laws. They're sexual laws and sexual crimes, and they're the new laws. Either they've been around on the books and they've just been brought out, or they're new laws. I'm not 100% sure, but they are very, very fuzzy. And that's so that they can encompass any situation. And obviously that's the reason why they're supposed to be fuzzy. So these women can whip these laws out or whatever, anytime, at any situation. And these laws became more prevalent with the Me Too movement. Now the Me Too movement was supposed to be to help women in the workplace about sexual harassment and all that all over the place, because it was absolutely rampant in the workplace, as we all know. You know, a woman used to walk down the aisle to get some papers, 3 men used to jump on top of her, throw her under the table, and then, you know, just go back to work afterwards. It wasn't like that at all. It wasn't like that at all. But that's why the Me Too movement wanted it to be so. And that Me Too movement was found out to be a very corrupt movement that was using lies and all that to whatever, and it was bad for the female. And it was bad for the female because now the female who actually goes to work and just wants to do a day's work in a reasonably good environment, now men don't want to talk with her. They don't want to be seen alone with her for sure, and they stay away from the women because of what the Me Too movement had done. And basically the Me Too movement was just to get men out of power so that they could put a woman in or whatever. Women can't seem to do it by hard work and putting in the hours at work to be promoted to whatever, so they use the Me Too movement or whatever, or these laws to actually get them out. Now, here's some of the laws I'm talking about. Now, we won't mention rape because rape is a law that's been around for years, and it's a great law. It's a good law. It has to be there. So yeah, no problem with that at all. It's the other ones that become a bit fuzzy. And let's have a look here. Now, I did look them up, a couple of them, and it's still fuzzy. Right, so if there's a lawyer passing by, maybe you could, stop by and say, clear it up for me, and write it down in English would be great. So here's one here, sexual assault. Okay, so that's fairly clear. I read up about it. It's reasonably clear. Still a bit fuzzy, but reasonably clear. Next one, sexual harassment. Now this one is not so clear. This one could be anything, because a man could say something to a woman and she could perceive it is sexual harassment when he actually didn't mean that at all. But so she could use that law in any situation, really, which is a bit, Sexual misconduct. Now, this one is really fuzzy. It can be used in quite a lot of areas against the man. Because these laws are, let's be honest, these laws are all against the man. They're not for women, they're for men, it's against men. So yeah, it's a way of getting at men again. Now here comes the last one, which is the fuzziest law of them all, which I've heard being used quite a lot. Inappropriate behavior. Now this is the mother of all laws here. This can encompass absolutely anything, right? You could flick your eyes at somebody and it could be that. You could use that law. Now, for instance, say I'm at work. I'm walking one way, a woman's walking the other way, and we go past fairly close. She has a rather large, derriere, and my hand brushes against her posterior. This law could be inappropriate behavior there, right there. Even though it was a complete accident, that law could be used. And then I'd have to be suspended. It would just go on, right? And the loss of work from me, for the company, loss of work from the woman probably, and all the other things that go along with it, with the bad press, and it's just an horrendous thing. So yeah, I just thought you guys, what do you think of these laws that keep on popping up, and these names that they used, which they could use in any situation they wanted? And it's just a way of women getting into power or causing trouble somewhere for no real reason. And they've only hurt the females in the workplace. They haven't helped. Now, of course, I'm not saying that sexual laws shouldn't be there for sexual crimes. Of course they should be. But it's getting to be absolutely a bit ridiculous, don't you think?